it's Micah. Welcome to our Monday reaction series in a temporary setup that I have here. I'm out of town. We're going to be looking at the number one song of 2010 today as we work our way backwards and look at the number one Billboard hits of each calendar year. And the number one song of 2010 was Kesha with Tik Tok. This is a somewhat timely circumstance that we get to 2010 and Kesha this week because she just released I don't know if it was a press release or what it was, but she just announced, I guess, that she is about to release her first music outside of her contract where she was affiliated with Dr. Luke in that tumultuous relationship. But today we look at the single that kicked it all off for her and made her a superstar. This is Tik Tok, and when the app Tik Tok, the social media platform, first launched, because the spelling is the same, I wondered if they got their inspiration from this song. I've never researched that possibility. It could just be because her song was the most recent iteration of TikTok, whereas from a pop culture perspective that they just ended up using the same spelling. That would be something I'd be interested to know about. There's nothing about the song that I can think of that would necessarily have kicked off a social media platform, but hey, stranger things have happened. Of course, I'm familiar with the song. It was everywhere in 2010. An encapsulation of most everything that Kesha would be singing about for the next three or four years after this came out, which is sort of a hedonistic, almost nihilistic view of the world, where it's basically party like as if the world is going to end. Somewhat like the Britney Spears song from I think it was from about the same time, an almost apocalyptic version of hedonism, where it's like nothing really matters, so let's go just tear up everything and have a great time while we're here. And together with her sort of ragtag chic that she rocked at the time, it became a whole kind of rebellious yet incredibly mainstream and poppy attitude at the same time. It was a weird juxtaposition, and it definitely worked for her for the first 2 or 3 years. She eventually started coming around to a little more inspirational stuff, and then finally, when she came out with the allegations against Dr. Luke, her music became much more earnest and heartfelt, and so her evolution since then has been interesting, and so it's been something interesting to watch. And for anyone who didn't like the hedonism of early Kesha, I think it just goes to show that people process different things at different points in their lives, and this is a young person's song with a young person's perspective. So that's what I remember about the song. Who knows what I'll pick up on this listen, because it has been some years since I've actually listened to this song. Now is as good a time as any. Let's listen to Tik Tok and watch the video.
Wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy.
Hey, what up,
grab
girl?
my glasses, I'm out the door. I'm gonna hit this city.
Let's go.
Before I leave, brush my teeth with a bottle of Jack. Cause when I leave for the night, I ain't coming back. I'm talking pedicure on our toes. Trying on all our clothes. Boys blowing up our phones. Dropped up and playing our favorite CDs. Pulling up to the parties. Trying to get a little bit tipsy. Don't stop, make it pop. DJ, blow my speakers up tonight. I'ma fight till we see the sunlight. Tick-tock on the clock, but the party don't stop, no. Don't stop, make it pop. DJ, blow my speakers up tonight. I'ma fight till we see the sunlight. Tick-tock on the clock, but the party don't stop, no. already here. And now the dudes are lining up, cause they hear we got swagger. But we kick them to the curb unless they look like Mick Jagger. I'm talking about everybody getting crunk, boys.
Yeah, like I said, hedonism. It's just about, like, in the video, of course, she's waking up after a night of partying. Her family is appalled, and then she just steps out and just goes at it again. And she's, interacting with guys and going out drinking, and it's the whole young adult rebellion, do what I want type of thing. That's why this song, I think, blew up, because it was about repackaging, like I said, repackaging that feeling of rebellion. Like, people did it in the 50s with the original rock and roll, people did it in the 60s, rap to some degree in the 80s, and even up through today is still kind of in large part about that rebellion against the norms of society, and choosing to have fun and not be worried about all those constraints. And so this is something that's happened over and over again. And Kesha is definitely tapping into some hip-hop vibes. She references P. Diddy. And I think I remember that he just happened to be in the studio next door or something. I'm pretty sure he wasn't actually involved in this record, in terms of production or getting the record made. But I think he was in the studio next door, and they had him come in and record his little piece at the beginning. But the song is definitely hip hop adjacent. The attitude and some of the slang she's using, whereas some of the music that was coming out would make overt reference to hip hop or try to almost pass as hip hop. Kesha is living in kind of a parallel universe where she tips her hat to it, but she's not really part of that scene. I do also wonder, because I did react to Macklemore a couple of weeks ago, what is the through line for Kesha versus Macklemore? Is, in a way, is she sort of endorsing that same kind of tongue-in-cheek embrace of some of the hip-hop aesthetic? And what's really going on underneath the surface here? I don't know, that's just something that popped in my head. That could be totally off base. I think Kesha has said, and this could be some revisionist history, or it could be true. I think she said that Dr. Luke encouraged her to accentuate this part of her persona, and a lot of the rebelliousness and the inappropriateness in these lyrics is a product of his encouragement more so than what she really wanted to do. I don't know how true that is, and I don't even know if I totally paraphrased that correctly the way she's presented it. But just a lot of stuff to go on here. But this song is all attitude. That's what I'm hearing still after all these years. It's just a lot of attitude. So let's get back.
Try to touch my junk, gonna smack him if he getting too drunk. Nah, we go until they kick us out. The police shut us down. Police shut us down. Police shut us down. Don't stop, make it pop. DJ blow my speakers up tonight. I'ma fight till we see the sunlight. Tick tock on the clock, but the party don't stop. No. rockin'. Don't stop, make it pop. DJ blow my speakers up tonight. I'ma fight till we see the sunlight. Tick tock on the clock, but the party don't stop. No. Don't stop, make it pop. DJ blow my speakers up tonight. I'ma fight till we see the sunlight. Tick tock on the clock, but the party don't stop. No.
A ver, amigo, ¿qué pasó, amigo de la gorrita? Puro bueno de este lado.
So she ends the video the way she begins it, drunk in a bathtub. Or I guess it was hungover in a bathtub at the opening. Kesha does a great job selling this persona, and I think that also contributes to the success of the song. You don't for a minute doubt that she is that girl that she's portraying in the video. She has a disarming quality. Her smile is both endearing and devilish at the same time. So you get drawn in by this idea that what she's saying is the truth. You know, that partying is this all-encompassing thing in one's life, or in her life anyway. She completely sells it. The music should not be overlooked. The electronic beats, the auto-tune, the obvious auto-tune to to sort of mimic a voice box effect, sort of like what T-Pain was using around the same time, or maybe the same time or a little earlier, all used to really good effect to make the song sound both noisy and cool and really catchy at the same time. The melody is, as with most of these year-end number ones, you can't really do a year-end number one. You can't be the biggest song of the year and not have an insanely catchy melody. And this song has that, even if you don't care for the lyrics, even if you don't care for the presentation. It's hard not to sing along to this. Really just a great pop record, and a really great salesmanship job on the part of Kesha with her vocals. I do think that she painted herself into a corner in which she wanted to be taken more seriously as an artist. It really took her deconstructing her entire image to make it, to try to get some semblance of respect as a musical artist again, and she's still working on that. But while she was in this mode, it definitely worked for her. I definitely wish her the best with her new project, and hope she gets to where she wants to be as a musical artist. But that's a fun song to listen to, and definitely a little time capsule from the turn of the 2010s. All right. Well, next week we're going to be looking at the number one song of 2009, and that song would be, speaking of catchy electronic beats, we're going to be looking at Boom Boom Pow by the Black Eyed Peas. That was the number one song of 2009. Looking forward to reacting to that next week, and I hope you'll join me. Until then, please be sure and like this video if you indeed liked it. Subscribe to the channel if you feel so inclined, and please help me to make music better.